Comprehension Grade 4 Formal Assessment 1st of March 2021. Disclaimer. The work to be done during this PowerPoint and video presentation covers the work for Task 4 and 5, Reading Comprehension, intended for Grade 4 Home Language Learners by Ms. Liza Wilkinson. All information is original content. If you have any questions, please ask your parents and or caregiver to send me an email on teacherlazelle@gmail.com, or you could send me a WhatsApp message on 079 751 2777. English Home Language in Grade 4. Welcome to Grade 4 English Home Language. Today we will look at comprehension. How do we answer comprehension tests? This slide is relevant for Grade 4 learners. Comprehension. When you are going to answer a comprehension test, practice makes perfect. Practice is the act of rehearsing something over and over, again and again, for the purpose of improving or mastering it. Assessment Term 1, Task 4. On the 1st of February 2021, we will start with the formal assessments for Term 1. Grade 4 will be writing language and comprehension on the 1st of March 2021. The only difference between the grades are the length of the comprehension and the levels of difficulty in the questions. On the following slides, you will find information on how and what you need to do to prepare for comprehension tests. Listen to the explanations of the slides before you attempt to complete the activities. Extra activity. Complete the comprehension test. You can do one comprehension a day. If you feel that you are done with the comprehension test, ask your family members to mark your test and for feedback. Please note, I will be sending the comprehension test in the format of PDF to all the groups. There is a very important message on the last slide for parents. How can you do better? In order for you to do well in a comprehension test, you must be a good reader. Practice your reading every day. In Grade 4, you must read 7 to 10 pages per day for home language. Practice makes perfect. Practice what you have read by asking yourself questions from the story, or ask your parents to ask you questions and see how well you do by answering these questions. Answering comprehension questions. Underline the main ideas with a pencil. This is things like the story title. The title is the name of the story, news article, or poem. The author's name. An author is the person who wrote the story, news article, or poem. The names of the main characters. A character is a person, animal, creature, or thing in a story. Other important information. Things like color, number of things, for instance, 6 cars, or days of the week, or the time of day. Let's practice by reading the following story and answering the questions. Please note, I will be sending a copy of this story in PDF format to your parents. The Closet Creature by Kelly Hashway. Bump, scratch, bump. Adam opened his eyes and pulled the covers up to his chin. He stared around his room, searching the darkness for the thing that was making those scary sounds. The closet door moved as something banged on it from the inside. "Who's there?" Adam asked in a shaky voice. The closet slowly began to open. Adam jumped out of bed and ran to the closet door, slamming it shut with his palms. He grabbed his desk chair and propped it against the door handle. Then he ran out of his room and down the hall. His brother's door was wide open, and Adam jumped onto David's bed. "Adam?" David asked in a groggy voice. "What are you doing here?" Adam tugged on David's arm. "There's something in my closet." "You probably just had a bad dream. Go back to bed. Adam yanked the blankets off the bed. It wasn't a dream. I was awake, and the closet door started opening by itself. David sighed. Fine, but when we don't find anything, you have to promise to leave me alone for the rest of the night. Adam nodded. David reached into his desk drawer and pulled out a flashlight. Then they headed to Adam's room. Adam stopped in the doorway. He could hear something scratching his closet door. Do you hear that? Adam asked. David nodded. He walked over to Adam's bed and pulled the case off one of the pillows. He opened the pillowcase. You open the door very slowly, and I will grab whatever it is. Adam slid the chair to the side and pulled the closet door open on a crack. Something banged against the door, trying to force it open. Adam took a deep breath and opened the door a few more inches. A small, furry creature ran right into the pillowcase. I got it, David said, closing the pillowcase and holding it in the air. What is it? Adam moved closer as David peeked inside. David put the pillowcase on the bed, and an orange cat climbed out. Adam scooped the cat up. Apricot, how did you get trapped in my closet? David laughed. The poor cat. If I was locked in your closet with your stinky shoes, I'd be banging on the door to get out too. Poor Apricot, Adam said. You were probably more scared than I was. We will now be looking at the questions from the story, The Closet Creature. Please note, I will be sending these questions as well to your parents. The Closet Creature. Parts of a story. Characters. List the main characters and briefly describe them. Setting. Tell where and when the story takes place. Be specific. Problem. Describe the main character's problem. Solution. Tell how the problem was solved and how the story ended. And the last question, personal opinion. Tell whether or not you like the story and justify your opinion. The Closet Creature by Kelly Hashway. These are the short questions. Please note that I will be sending these questions to your parents as well in PDF format. Question 1. What happened right after David went into Adam's room? A. Adam jumped into David's bed. B. David grabbed a flashlight from his desk drawer. C. Adam awoke to strange sounds coming from his bedroom closet. D. David heard the noise coming from Adam's closet. Question 2. What did David plan to do with the pillowcase? A. Keep the creature from coming out of the closet. B. Scare the creature in the closet. C. Catch the creature in the closet. Or D. Hit the creature in the closet. Question 3. What was making the strange sounds in Adam's closet? Question 4. Write 3 adjectives that describe David. Tell why you chose each word. In question 5. What type of story is this? A. A tall tale. B. Non-fiction. C. Mystery. Or D. Fable. How did you do? If you could not remember all the answers, try next time to concentrate more when you read the story. Let's look at the next story and see how many answers you will get correct this time round. Achoo! By Cynthia Sherwood. Achoo! We all sneeze sometimes. Sneezing is a reflex that your body does automatically. That means you cannot make yourself sneeze or stop one once it has started. When you sneeze, your body is trying to get rid of bad things in your nose, such as bacteria. You have extra germs when you have a cold, so you sneeze a lot more. You might also sneeze when you smell pepper. Inside your nose, there are hundreds of tiny hairs. These hairs filter the air you breathe. Sometimes dust and pollen find their way through these hairs and bother your nasal passages. The nerves in the lining of your nose tell your brain that something is invading your body. Your brain, lungs, nose, mouth, and the muscles of your upper body work together to blow away the invaders with a sneeze. When you sneeze, germs from your nose get blown into the air. Using a tissue or sneezing into your sleeve captures most of these germs. It is very important to wash your hands after you sneeze into them, especially during a cold and flu season. Do you ever sneeze when you walk into bright sunlight? About 25% of people experience this phenomenon. Scientists believe that the brain gets confused when signals from the optic nerve trigger the sneezing reflex in direct sunlight. This usually runs in families. If someone nearby sneezes, remember to tell them Gesundheit. That is a funny-looking word which is pronounced Gesundheit. It's a German word that wishes someone good health after sneezing. Achoo! By Cynthia Sherwood. These are the short questions to the story we just read together. Please note, I will be sending these activities with the stories to your parents in PDF format. Question 1. Which parts of your body work together when you sneeze? Question 2. What does the German word Gesundheit mean? A. I wish you good health. B. I wish you God's blessings. C. I wish you a good day. Or D. I wish you would stop sneezing. Question 3. Why do some people sneeze when they walk into bright sunlight? Question 4. Complete the web with information from the article. So you will see that it has 3 circles with one squarish shape in the middle. It says in the square shape, 3 reasons people sneeze. So I want you to go and read the story again and find 3 reasons why people sneeze and write it down in the circles. Achoo! By Cynthia Sherwood. Here is another page of short questions. Match each vocabulary word from the reading passage with the right definition. Number 1, filter. Number 2, invaders. Number 3, phenomenon. Number 4, automatically. Number 5, pollen. Number 6, optic nerve. Number 7, trigger. Number 8, nasal. Number 9, reflex. And number 10, confused. A. Done unconsciously or spontaneously. B. Reacting to the nose. C. A nerve that sends messages between the eye and the brain. D. Prevent unwanted material or debris from passing through. E. Cause something to happen. F. An action that occurs as a response to a stimulus or outside influence. G. Unwanted or harmful things that come into place where they don't belong. H. Unsure of how to respond. I. A powdery substance from a flower that can cause some people to sneeze. And J. An event or occurrence. Achoo by Cynthia Sherwood. In the article Achoo by Cynthia Sherwood, you learned that a sneeze is an automatic reflex in the body that you cannot stop once it has started. You also learned that even though you cannot stop a sneeze, you can help stop the germs that may be exiting your nasal passages to stop from spreading to other people. On the lines below, discuss some ways that you can prevent the spread of germs when you sneeze. Use the information from the article as well as your own knowledge to answer the question. Answer key to the Achoo story. The following slides will have the answers to the story. Please note that I will be sending the memo along with the questions and stories in PDF format to your parents. We will now be looking at Raccoon Rex by Ruth Donnelly. I walk by night in darkness. I sneak without a sound. I overturn the garbage can. Oh, what a treat I have found! I grab the picnic sandwiches. I haven't yet been seen. I take my bounty to the brook and wash it squeaky clean. I creep up to the campus tent and snatch a hot dog bun. The campus yell, they scream and shout, but I'm just having fun. A mask of fur around my eyes, a smile upon my face. My paws can open garbage cans. I move with stealth and grace. I steal from people's garden plots, from porches and from decks. Yes, I am a fearless bandit, and my name is Raccoon Rex. We will now be looking at activities for Raccoon Rex. This activity is called Vocabulary Match. Reread Raccoon Rex and complete the vocabulary table. You will see there are 3 columns on the page. On your left-hand side, the column states line number. In the middle, the column is word from the poem, and the final column says synonym. So what you have to do is to go and look at the poem and find line number 9. And then the word creep, you will find it there. And you should then think of a synonym that's the same but different from the word creep. Number 2 states that in line 3, you will find a word that's synonym to flip. But you must go and look in the poem at line 3 and find the word that's a synonym to flip. Then, the next one, you should find the word snatch in the poem. Write down which line this word is in and find a synonym. The next one you will find in line 19, and you should look for a word in the poem that is synonym with outlaw. The next one, the word from the poem is fearless. You should look in what line this word pops up in and find the synonym to fearless. The second last one is line 8, and the synonym they give you there is shining. You should find a synonym from the poem, which means shining. The last one is line 7. The word they give you is creek. You should find a word from the poem that means the same as creek. Creative writing task from Raccoon Rex. How might campers protect their food from being stolen by Raccoon Rex? On the lines below, write a paragraph to describe your idea. Then, on a separate sheet of paper, draw a detailed picture to illustrate your idea. Answer key to Raccoon Rex story. Please note, I will be sending the memos with the questions and the stories to your parents in PDF format. Parents, please withhold the answer sheet from the learners. Let them first try and answer the questions themselves. Well done! Remember to practice one of the comprehension activities every day. The more you practice, the better you will get at answering comprehension questions. Look for other comprehension tests on the internet and practice it every day. Remember, in the term test, you will not receive any of the stories in this slide. It will be a brand new story. Message to the parents and/or caregiver. Follow these 5 easy steps to teach your child reading comprehension. 5 easy steps to teach your child reading comprehension. Step 1. Read a story aloud without asking questions. Step 2. Then, at regular points, start a short summary of what you have just read, as in an explanation of something you just read. Number 3, have your child fill in this summary. For example, if you say, so the boy was hoping to get to the cave, but he... Wait for your child to fill in the answer. Step 4, have your child say the complete short summary. For example, your child might say, so the boy was hoping to get to the cave, but he could not find it. This gives your child the opportunity to speak in long, sophisticated sentences, and that does wonders for verbal skills. And step 5, which is the most important of them all, practice makes perfect.